The Falcons came in and did something they haven't done in the past 4 seasons, which is go defense in the first round. Not only drafting Jalon Walker, but also trading up their 2026 first round pick to the Rams to take James Pearce Jr. A lot of people a year ago mocked James Pearce to go top 5. So you can't really hate the move to go up and get your guy, but it is a lot of draft capital to do so, especially giving up a 2026 first round pick to get Pearce when he was sliding to the Rams selection. We already made that trade here, so we won't have our first round pick in this rebuild, at least for the first season. The Falcons running a 3-4 in real life, but in Madden, 3-4 defense is always too terrible. So we moved them down to a 4-3. Sure, we're going to have a couple guys out of position the first year, but we'll live with it and draft some off-ball linebackers. I do like the picks of Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman. We're going to try to play Watts as a slot corner and then Bowman as a sub linebacker to try to get them to develop. You go over on offense, you still have Michael Penix, a young developing quarterback, Drake London, Bijan Robinson as your cornerstones. They're pretty good offensive line. Still need to address center here, but Matthew Bergeron, Jake Matthews, Chris Lindstrom, and Caleb McGarry. Kyle Pitts has got to find a way to get back to his rookie year form. He has had a couple of knee issues, which really could show why he hasn't been able to separate and really perform as well. Let's hope he can be unlocked this year with Michael Penix starting for a full season. And you also have a solid backup with Tyler Algier, excuse me. But anyways, we're going to rebuild the Falcons here today. Again, same goals as always. Make them the best team in the National Football League and try to win them a Super Bowl. Also, side note, we have Nick Nash here, the Blitnikoff one out of San Jose State. Going to try to develop him in the slot. And don't be surprised if he makes an impact later in year 1 for the Falcons. But again, drop a like, subscribe, comment for a team you want me to rebuild with this draft format. But again, still going to build the Falcons up. Try to make them win the Super Bowl and make them the best team in the league. Guys, we're in 82 overall, 85 offense, and 80 defense. But let's get right into it. Let's go to the midseason mark in year 1 and see overall how we do. At the midseason mark, we are 5-2. Respectable so far, 87 offense, so we are really developing on that side of the ball. Our Falcons playbook typically is really good in Madden. Helps out that you have Bijan Robinson as well. 5th in offensive points per game, 6th in rushing, 10th in defense as well. We had to switch to, the Buffalo Bills playbook on defense since we did go to a 4-3. If you're familiar with Madden, you know. Michael Penix so far, 18 touchdowns, 6 picks. Got to get that completion percentage up. But so far, in his second year, in Madden, you can't really go to 26 with the updated rosters. Really good. Just need to, again, bump up that completion percentage. Been sacked 12 times thus far, which isn't that great. On the ground, Bijan, really, only 516 yards and a touchdown. I mean, Michael Penix, though, 5 scores on the ground. I mean, he can move a little bit. He just has it because he's had a lot of knee injuries. Through the air, Ray McLeod is leading us with 9 touchdowns. Drake London. Okay, so it switched us. I need to get Nick Nash in there. I was trying to get him in to develop, but Ray McLeod is in our slot right now. Offensive line, who's giving up sacks? Looks like it's Jake Matthews. Our tackles need to do a little bit better. Defensively, Billy Bowman, lead us in tackles. Pearce and Walker need a lot more sacks, though. Jesse Bates doing great. But I'm going to make that adjustment. Let's see who we need to re-sign. I don't think it's that many players, quite honestly. -$3 million. And yeah, we're not going to bring anybody back. I will pick up Drake London's 5th year. But at this point in time, hopefully we'll make the playoffs. I'm going to put Nick Nash in the slot. And we'll see if we're able to make it. I'm pretty sure we're leading our division right now. We are. So we should be able to, but with Madden, you really never know in the back half of a season. So year 1, we go 13-4, but not get a first round bye. How's that possible? Okay, the Eagles probably have a tiebreaker over us as they go 13-4 as well. I mean, really impressive season 1. Michael Penix, 3,800 yards, 42 touchdowns, 16 picks. Did clean up that completion percentage, but don't love the interceptions there. But overall, really good year for his first full season starting. On the ground, Bijan Robinson, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. The fact that he only got 7 scores throughout the year is kind of disappointing, but other than that, relatively good season. Through the air, Drake London led us with only 900 yards. You don't love that out of your wide receiver 1. Darnell Mooney, 808. Kyle Pitts having a better year. 70 receptions, 720 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Nick Nash came in as we put him in the slot, 490 and 7. So really spread out. Not really an alpha guy, but we'll take it as it is. Offensive line cleaned up, it looks like. Caleb McGarry did the worst, but and Ryan Newsel gave up 5 sacks. Going to let him go in the offseason. On defense, Billy Bowman led us in tackles at 98. Yeah, tackles for loss. James Pearce led us with 12. Onyemata with 12. Morgan Fox and Joan Walker. There we go. These 2 guys stepped up in the back half of the season. James Pearce with 14.5. Jalon Walker with 12. 7 picks for Xavier Watt. He came out of nowhere in the back half of the season. Jesse Bates with 6. Billy Bowman with 5. These guys might get upgraded in their developments. Let's go take a look at the season awards. Lamar Jackson wins MVP. Not really surprising there. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Saquon Barkley. No Falcons. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. You have James Pearce at 3. Bauman at 7. And Watts at 10. That is 3 rookies in the top 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Matthew Golden. Penix was at 3, but I mean, that's the 24 class, not the 25 class. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to James Pearce Jr., Bauman at 3, Watts at 4, Walker at 6. Let's go ahead and see if we can win our first round matchup. It is against the Rams, who we traded our 2026 first round pick to. But we'll see if we can take them down, excuse me. We do 24-18, and now we're playing the powerhouse Lions. Their rankings are overall in the middle of the league. So we should maybe win this one. That'd be kind of wild to win a Super Bowl in year 1. And we're in the NFC Championship game against the 49ers. Again, our rankings are top 10 across the board except for passing and rushing yards. So let's see, can we make the Super Bowl in season 1? That'd be pretty wild. It looks like I'm not really sure if we did. View the playoff bracket to really see. And no, we fall to the 49ers 21-13. It would have been severely going over expectations if we did so. But we have $52 million cap. We're going to go to the offseason, see the development traits, and overall who wins the Super Bowl. And the 49ers do pull it out. So, you know, they win by 2 scores over the Ravens, another Super Bowl rematch of when the lights went out. Let's look at our development upgrades if we have any. Taking a look at offense, Penix stays at star. Everybody stays the same across the board. Over on defense, superstar for Pearce, star for Bowman, star for Watts, and star for Jalon Walker. I was hoping Walker would get an upgrade, but that's okay. But yeah, so we're going to go to the offseason now. I don't think we really need to bring anybody back except for picking up Drake London's 5th year. So we're really going to have to focus on hitting our picks after the first round. Because again, we traded our first round pick to the Rams. So we really need an off-ball linebacker and probably another defensive tackle. In free agency, typically, again, there's nobody really going to be good here. We already picked up the 5th year for Drake London. Unless there's like a good defensive tackle, I'm probably not going to do anything if at all. There's DJ Jones, but he wants $9 million a year. I mean, we could use another off-ball linebacker. Not really anybody here I like, or that's young. Maybe Nakobe Dean, but we get him a lot, so I'm going to pass on him for now. Again, no outside. Any corners that could possibly sign. Jaquan McMillan's interesting. Only $5 million a year. 76, 25 years old. I think we'll pass. So right now we're going to punt on free agency. I know it's kind of lame to punt on free agency, but again, there's nobody here that I like. So we're just going to go straight to the draft, trying to find a hidden gem in that second round. Yeah, in the draft, once again, don't have a first round pick. Ended up being pick 30 in the draft. So let's go straight to the second round. Going to be pick 62. Ideally, we could use another receiver, maybe even another corner. Of AJ Harris on the board here. Jalen Husky. There's an outside linebacker, Trey Moore out of Texas. We don't need another edge. Can we address that last season? Barry Brown's a 3-4. You could use another center if there's one here. Connor Tollison. He doesn't look that great. So we're probably going to go out and draft AJ Harris again out of Penn State. 6'1", 196. Solid all the way across the board. Does have great agility. B block should be man. A tackle. We'll take him. Maybe play him in the slot year 1. Needs a haircut, but that's okay. 74 in true value. Got him at 62. Normal development. That's the one thing about these user created classes is that everybody past the first round is going to have normal development. It sucks, but you can try to develop them, but there's not really much you can do at that point in time. Take a look at defensive tackle. We have B awareness, but everybody else looks bad. You have a finesse move, but I mean, the best thing you can try to do here is find a guy, play him, and develop him. Again, not really much at this point in time. Yeah, it's not looking great. I mean, you have Kip Lewis out of Georgia, who looks okay with B block, should be a power, B tackle, B play rec. Like, if he's got decent speed, great speed, solid, yeah, we'll take him here. Only a day 3 talent. 146, got him at 94. Normal development. He'll play and try to develop him. Maybe plug him at sub linebacker. to upgrade him to star. And the last pick I'm going to show, we're going to take Luke Weissong here out of New Mexico. He's all right, but could be a guy that develops thing, and we're going to plug him in the slot. 5'10", not crazy athletic, 99, get him at 126, still no more development. A sneaky athletic type player, probably more so fit for the Patriots. But we'll go to the end of the draft, recap the 3 players we got and the picks the computer took. And that'll be the last time I use a user class for, I guess, 26. I don't typically use them for 27 because, yes, you know, Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, Cam Coleman, Arch Manning could be in that draft. But other than that, we really don't know who else is going to go and declare. But yeah, AJ Harris, 671. Kip Blue, 67. Weissong, 69. Nice. Got Logan Taylor and Dante Belfer. Not the greatest draft, but again, these user classes are never typically too strong. Like you have Caleb Downs, Zachariah Branch, Ernest Green, but we don't have a first round pick. So you got to make do with what you got. Okay, so this year we are an 86 overall. We really didn't address center. It is what it is on that regard. Let's hope Penix can keep developing. We might throw Kyle Pitts in the slot over Weissong, but we do need another wide receiver too. So as long as Pitts gets used like he did last year, I think he should be fine. Over on defense, we need Pearce and Walker to keep developing like they have been. Watts as well as Bowman. We drafted AJ Harris, going to put him in the slot so he can play. Kip Lewis will be our sub linebacker. Start Troy Anderson over Ebedikite due to the fact that he's not really an off-ball linebacker. But yeah, other than that, we're an 86 overall, 88 offense, 84 defense. Let's hope we can make the playoffs again. We're going to go straight to the midseason mark, and I think we'll probably be around the 3-4, 4-3 mark. Turns out we're a little bit worse than I thought. We are 2-5 in the midseason mark. Yeah, we are completely and utterly crapping the bed. 31st in offense is what it is. Let's see who's ready for negotiation. We have $53 million. James Pearce. Gonna fix his contract because he should already be signed. Same thing with Bowman and Watts. So I'm gonna go fix those contracts, but we do need to bring back Kyle Pitts. 3 years, about $37 million. Should get the job done. Maybe 38. Wants a little bit more money. But I'm gonna go fix these contracts on the other guys, and from there go straight to the playoffs. We somehow find a way to go 8-2 down the stretch to be 10-7, making the playoffs against the 49ers, a team that beat us last year and won the Super Bowl. We won our division yet again. The NFC South, you can always say, is a pretty relatively weak division. Take a look at Michael Penix, 3,800 yards again, 30 touchdowns, only 9 picks, 67% completion percentage. Better year in terms of turnover wise, but a regression in terms of his touchdowns overall. On the ground, Bijan Robinson, 13 yards, 9 touchdowns. Penix with 9 touchdowns as well. He's been a dual threat. That's 14 total touchdowns for him through 2 years. We'll take that. Through the air, Luke Weissong comes out of nowhere, 11 yards, 13 touchdowns. Drake London with 8, 12, and 4. Mini 780 and 3, and then Kyle Pitts 570 and 5. Offensive line, Jake Matthews still not doing great. Same thing with McGarry. Bergeron is not doing good at all. Our interior, not doing great, which is not good. Not good whatsoever. Caden Ellis led us in tackles. Bates and Harris and Bowman right behind them. 17 TFLs from James Pearce and 22 sacks. If he pans out like this and you trade that first round pick, easily worth it. Jalon Walker 9.5. Ororo, if that's how you say his name, with 3. AJ Terrell with 3 picks. Bates with 3. Caden Ellis and Jordan Fuller as well as Watts with 2. Take a look at the yearly awards. MVP again goes to Lamar Jackson. No Falcons up here. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Puka Nacua. Still no Falcons up here. Defensive Player of the Year, let's hope for James Pearce. And he finishes second behind Aiden Hutchinson. Hutchinson always wins it. Give it to us for one time. We don't have no... Well, Weissong does win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Love that. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ruben Bain. AJ Harris finishing all the way down at 9. But let's go see if we can beat the 49ers, get revenge for last year, or are we going to be back to sitting home packing. We win 24-20, taking on the Eagles, who are pretty much top 10 in everything, so that's not good. Are we going to move on to the NFC Championship game? We are. But now we play the 9-8 Cowboys. We've already gotten lucky and beaten the darling of the Eagles. No way we beat another darling team of the Cowboys. And let's take a look at the playoff bracket. I don't think we did. And yeah, the Cowboys won 24-20. Overall close matchup, but You want to win and try to win that Super Bowl as early as possible. But we're going straight to the offseason with $17 million in cap, and we'll try to bring back Kyle Pitts. So the Chiefs finally win another Super Bowl, 31-24 over the Cowboys. We now have $104 million. Take a look at our development upgrades. Maybe we got a couple here and there. Wyson goes up to star. Penix still at star. Kyle Pitts still at star. Offense, Jake Matthews is regressing heavily. Over on defense, Pearce goes to X Factor. Jordan Fuller goes to Superstar. And Jalon Walker finally gets that boost. So we still need another corner and another off-ball linebacker. Hopefully in free agency, there will be a better one of those two. Either or. But let's see, we still need to bring back Kyle Pitts. We might need to pick up a 5th year on Penix by now. No, that's next season, maybe. But, we got to pick up the 5th year for Bijan. That's easy. Now, Kyle Pitts, we'll go very player-friendly. 4 years, about like 63. I'll do 65. 4 years, 65. He's going to test out free agency. What's the tag for him? $18 million. We'll tag him. And at this point in time, we're going to let everybody else walk. Especially Tyler. Tyler Algier. Goodness gracious, if I can pronounce his name. And man, you don't need 2 running backs. So we're going to let him walk. $86 million basically in cap. Micah Parsons is here. We're going to pass on him. We already have 2 good pass rushers. So I don't think we need them. How do you do? If I can look at your player card, good night. Let me do that. Do you give up a lot of sacks on your team? On Tampa Bay? No. 11 sacks a year. Great. We still need an off-ball linebacker, so let me look at any middle to see if I can move anybody over. Bernard, it's a possibility. Outside linebacker, Kavion Chaseon. Leo Chenal, we don't need. We could probably bring in Malcolm Rodriguez. How does he do in Sim? Let me take a look. Could maybe bring in Malcolm. He doesn't really play that much, so no. I'll try to bring back Bernard. Campbell shouldn't be here. Let's see. Terrell Bernard, 3 years, like 32. Or his top offer right now, which is fine. There's no corners. Jacob Harris shouldn't be here. Same thing with Ben Morrison. Is there any we haven't done a full draft yet, so. And the final thing we'll look for, DJ Reader, $14 million a year. No, thank you. At this point, I'll try to draft one. Is there any better offensive linemen? Maybe any guys that are young? Still no? All right, well, I guess that's all I'm going to go after. Just going to go after Terrell Bernard. And we don't even sign him. Great. How does Jedrick Wills do, actually? I might try to sign him to play right tackle for us. I don't know if he's played or not, but we'll give him a shot. 2 years for $14 million. That's not bad at all to come play right tackle. Let's see. We do bring him in. We're going to shift him over to play the right side of the offensive line. Other than that, I think there's not really much more I can do. Yeah, I don't need another running back. So, yeah, we'll just sign Jedrick Wills, move him over to right tackle. Show you the lineup real quick before we go straight to the draft. Still need offensive line for sure. On the interior, need another center. Other than that, not really a lot to do on offense. Still need a middle linebacker for sure in this draft. Need to address that 100%. And defensive tackle. So we need a lot of work to do on defense. That's probably where my main focus is going to be. And in the draft, now we're picking. Where are we picking at here? At 29. I don't know why it took me so long to find us. But let's go straight to the pick. Not really anybody crazy on the board that we can try to move up for, anything of that nature. We have George Schaefer, who's a power rusher. Don't really need to get an off-ball line, or not a pass rusher. We have pretty good at edge. Corners, there's a couple of guys that look really good, but I could probably get them later in the draft. We really need a defensive tackle. We focus scouted Medlock and Shaquille Corbett. Let's see who's going to be better out of the two. They're both 21. Both have B awareness, A play rec, A power move, B finesse move. This guy's got A tackle, but this other guy's got A hit power. So, whoever really is going to have the better physical, 6'2", 300 for Medlock. He's got great speed, good strength. Oh my gosh, Medlock looks kind of nuts. Take a look at Shaquille. How is he going to be? He also has great physicals, great speed, and great strength. Man, I don't know. Let's see. Go back to defensive tackle, please. Let me sort by physicals here. Great, great, good to great, good to solid, great to great. I'm going to go Shaq Corbett. Just because of the strength, I'm going to take him here. 10 in true value. Got him at 29. Does crack the dev trade. I'm always a little bit worried about defensive tackles having normal, but we will take that for sure. Immediate starter on our defensive line. Now this is where we can probably go off-ball linebacker unless there's a good corner here. Garrison Keaton. No. Let's go to off-ball linebacker. There's going to be a guy, I can feel it. Donovan Woody looks relatively maybe good. Let's go to off-ball linebacker to see. We have a run stopper in Pat Young that we know it's a 2-3 talent. If we go over to the left outside, we have a round 1. Perfect. Derek Kennedy, run stopper at 22. Great speed, good strength. He's got B block, should A play rate, A pursuit, A tackle. Taking him here in the second round, 17th in true value. Got him at 61. Normal development is what it is. Again, can't do much about that. Let's go to the third round. Probably take, I don't know, something. Offensive line. That's what we really need. I'm over here sorting by physicals. And, you know, Cam Armstead doesn't look too bad. What is your skills here? If I had to look. He's got C zone, C man, D press. He's projected to go around 3 to 4. I'll take a chance on him. He's ranked 159 in true talent. Figures, got him at 93. We'll try to play him again to win him an award. But from this point on, I'm going straight to the end of the draft. They're just not good talent. I put the draft class as strong, but everybody I was looking for was terrible. I was sitting there on the board for like 5 whole minutes trying to figure out who I can take, but didn't really work out for us. Corbett and Kennedy are 76 and 75 respectively, and then a bunch of mid throughout the rest of the way. Take a look at the top of the draft class. I don't think this class was that strong. I mean, you have Cliff Harrison, 81 running back, but other than that, yeah, this class wasn't good at all. So before we go to the midseason mark, again, 87 overall, 91 offense, but 84 defense. So in typical fashions format, our linebacking crew is what's going to hold us back from winning anything. We're going to put Kennedy as our sub linebacker. That way he can try to develop. Pearce, we need to get going, but we really need to focus on getting better linebackers here. We're going to put Kip Lewis in as well. But at this point in time, yeah, I would not be surprised if we missed the playoffs because our defense is terrible. But at this point, I'll see you at the midseason mark. Probably another 2-5 season if I had to guess. That's a midseason mark. Same thing as we were year 1, 5-2. That's the year we went 13-4 and didn't get a first round bye because the Eagles had the same record and they are 6-0. So wouldn't be surprised if we don't get that again. Take a look to see who is ready for negotiations. We have $178 million and a lot of guys ready to resign. Go ahead and start with Jesse Bates. He is interested. So a 4-year, $86 million offer. He takes it. Beautiful. Drake London. We're going to have to go very player friendly. 6 years, 185. Signs. That's good. Kyle Pitts will go player friendly. 5 years, 81. He takes it. We're at $114 million now. I'll see how Bergeron does at the end of the season. But right now that looks like that'll be all. Same thing with Jake Matthews because he might retire or regress. And we have the 5th-year option for Michael Penix. Is what it is. We'll keep it like that. But 5-2, relatively satisfied. Our offense is top 10, top 5 actually, and our defense is middle of the pack. But let's go straight to the playoffs and let's hope this time we actually get a first round bye. This year we go 12-5, still no first round bye because guess what? The Eagles got it at 13-4 yet again. They keep snatching our chain in terms of getting the first round bye over us. But Penix, 4,100 yards, 37 touchdowns, 9 picks, really good yards. He's finally coming into his own. On the ground, Bijan Robinson, 12 yards, 8 touchdowns. We really need to get his touchdown numbers up. This playbook is doing fine for Penix, but again, Bijan needs to have double-digit touchdowns minimum. Through the air, Luke Weissong, 1,200 yards, 21 touchdowns. The slot is overpowered in this game. Drake London, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Donald Mooney, 680-2. Kyle Pitts, 650-1. Of course, after we give him a big contract, he provides a dud in terms of touchdowns. Offensive line, Logan Taylor, who was our center, was bad. Jake Matthews for a tackle was fine. Jedrick Wills at right tackle was great. Love that. Derek Kennedy led us in tackles, 114. 17 TFOs for Corbett. 13 for Rojo. Goodness gracious. 18 half sacks for Pearce. 10 sacks for Jalon Walker. And then 4 picks for AJ Harris. 4 for Terrell. And 4 for Jesse Bates. You can take a look at the yearly awards. Joe Burrow wins MVP. Saquon Barkley, Offensive Player of the Year. We have Weissong at 4. Finally, somebody cracking this list. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. Pearce was robbed again. That's twice now. And then Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Timmy Colbert. Oh, Colbert, voice crack there. Casey Glenn at 8. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Logan Richards as Kennedy gets robbed. That's twice we've been cucked now. But again, let's see if we can beat the Panthers, our division rival. We've won the division every year so far. So let's see if we can take them down in the first round. And we do 21-13. Playing the Lions yet again. We beat them once so far in this playoff run. And we lose 17-10. So we're going to go straight to the offseason now. This is where free agency starts to get a little bit better. So if there's better off-ball linebackers and better defensive tackles, I'm going to make a run for them. As the Bengals win the Super Bowl, you know, they made it the 1 year against the Rams and lost because of their offensive line being absolutely trash. Jamar Chase was wide open, burned Jalen Ramsey. So it is what it is. Luke Weissung up to a superstar development. Going to plug him up. Drake London, we're going to put in the slot next year. That way he can try to get superstar. On defense, Pearce is still X Factor. Billy Bowman is now a superstar. Yeah, oh, Kip Lewis goes to star and Kennedy goes to star. We just need a better middle linebacker, which is fine. And Harris goes up to star. So we're starting to develop on our defense because we are relatively young. But let's see who we need to finish negotiating with. Michael Penix, 5th-year option, 1 year, $58 million. It's going to be pretty brutal. We'll bring Bergeron back 2 years, like a $36 million offer is what we'll give him. Of course, he wants to test free agency. We are going to tag him 1 year, $19 million. It's fine. Everybody else, it looks like our left tackle, Jake Matthews, indeed retired. That's what I was holding out for because I'm not surprised then, which means we're really going to have to go after left tackle. Yeah, and he does indeed retire. Or we can move Bergeron to play tackle and then sign a guard. Either way, I'm fine with either or. But let's go to free agency now. And hopefully we need to go after a tackle, a defensive tackle, and linebackers. So let's see who's available. Lane Johnson's here. I haven't had Lane Johnson yet. I'll try to bring him in. 1 year, $26,600 for his top offer. Do I really need Kyle Hamilton? No. Could use Elton Jenkins. We desperately need a better center. Trying to really bolster this offensive line. 2 year, $29 million offer. For his best offer so far. Vita Vea's here. Michael Williams shouldn't be here. Ooh, Drew Sanders. I don't think I've got Drew Sanders in a rebuild either. Bobby Caracase here. We'll go Drew Sanders. 5 years. It's about $60 million. So we'll see if we get these three. That's the main one I'm going after. Johnson, Jenkins, and Sanders. So we get Johnson. That's unfortunate. Let's see if we can get Jenkins. So we need to bump his offer up. 2 years, $30 million. Let's see if we can get Jenkins now. We don't get Jenkins. Really? He signs with the Chargers. We gave him more money, and he goes elsewhere. Great. That's fantastic, actually. Wait a minute. We have a superstar here, Mitch Robertson. Yeah, I will bring you in, mister. You are superstar development. Let's see if we can bring him in. There we go. He signs. So maybe if we can start Mitch Robertson, he can play up a little bit. That's fine. A developmental guy is always good to take. Sometimes you just come in here and sort by age, and there's going to be a guy that sneaks in and has a good development. Never hurts to look at certain positions to try to find it. Just a heads up there. Here we are in the draft yet again, picking around 28, late first round. We've done relatively well with our first round picks. This is our third one that we are going to make. Really need another corner. We have Michael Gregory, Miles Simpson. Is there no top 5 talents that we've found? There is not a top 5 talent. That is unfortunate. What about the guards we focus scouted? 2-3, 2-3, and 3-4. That's fine, I suppose. I do need another tackle, but it's not looking like any of these guys are going to be good. Well, I mean, you have Jamal Minor. Hold on. I was about to make a joke there, but it was not something that needs to be made. Let me pause the draft. It's counting down. Let me do that before I do something stupid. Let's go in. I could take another corner, but we really need linebacker. Now, let me see if there's anybody here that looks great. I mean, Tyreek Cooks is 21. What's his projected? 46. So, I mean, would it be a crazy reach to take him here? No. Let's take a look at him. Tyreek Cooks. Oh, my God. He looks great. Elite speed, elite jumping, great agility, great change of direction. Number 46 has a dev trait. That's whatever. That does not look 46 to me. That athleticism, it's nuts. Whatever. Move on to our next pick. Is there another corner? There is a 1 and 2 with Miles Simpson. Gonna take him here relatively easily. Man-to-man archetype, good change of direction, good speed. Let's see what he's gonna be. 39 in true talent, got him at 60. Normal developments. We have got normal developments on all of our corners we've drafted. Every single one. Unfortunately. Let's see if that 2 to 3 talent guard is here. Both of them are. So it really just kind of depends on who's better. This guy's got better run block. Yeah, this guy, Jerry Butler, gonna take him here. 6'5" pass protector. 61 in true value, got him at 92. Also cracks a hidden development. We'll take that. So we've flown through our first 3 picks relatively quickly. Now we got to find another defensive tackle. That's hard to find in the later portion of the draft. Yeah, all these guys are UDFAs. Unless there's a run-stopping end. It does not look like there is. Or a power rusher, that could be good too. But yeah, it does not look like it, so we're going to go to the well of the off-ball linebackers. Call it what you will. But these guys are always really, really good if you can find them. But unfortunately, it looks like we cannot find them. Well, there's a guy, Carl Meadows here. A hit power, B block shed. There's a A-man and A-zone guy. If we go back to left here, Ben Meredith. He's got terrible block shed, so I'm not really sure who to take here. Take another corner here. I think we're going to go Antoine Crosby. But we have an A-man, A-press guy down on the board. This guy's got A hit power and B block shed. Yeah, so we're going to stick with our guns here. Gonna go Crosby, 21 years old, 3 to 4 talent, 113 in true value, got him at 124. He does have in development. Finally breaking the streak of our corners having normal depth. That's fine with me. We're gonna go into the end of the draft now and see where our guys fall in terms of the rest of the draft. Overall, I think it was relatively okay. Nothing crazy. But let's see who we got here. Tyree Cook, 75. Miles Simpson, 75. 74 for Butler, 71 Crosby, 74. They drafted a blocking tight end. Watch him have X Factor. All right, man. Sometimes they, I guess, give you a bone. It is what it is. Take a look at the rest of the draft. Again, I don't think it was crazy. Looks, oh, there's an 84 overall generational running back here with Jason Taylor going to the Cowboys. Yeah, he looks kind of nuts. Not even going to lie. We weren't up high enough in the draft to take him. It is what it is. Other than that, there was a bunch of 81s. There was Dimitri Creighton we could have taken as strong safety. Multiple strong safety. Yeah, so this was a good class. But again, we'll take it where we're at the moment. Let's go adjust our lineup. Put all of our rookies in, especially the hidden development corner. I'm going to put London in the slot. That way he can hopefully go up to superstar. Butler's going to start at center. Weathersby's going to be a fullback. Over on defense, yeah, Cooks is starting. Robertson going to move over to outside linebacker. That way he can play a lot more. Other than that, that's what we're going to rock with. Going to put Crosby in the slot. That way he can play a lot more. I'll have to go in and fix that manually. Cooks, we're going to put as a sub linebacker to try to get him X Factor. But yeah, I'll make those adjustments. But from here, we're an 88 overall, 89 offense, 87 defense. I'll see how the midseason yet again, and let's try to make the playoffs for the 4th straight season. So this is our best start yet. We're actually 5-1. Our offense is 4th. Our defense is great. We're running the ball a lot. Love to see that. And Dallas is 6-1, and the Rams are 6-1. So 2 teams trying to take us over for the #1 seed. Michael Penix, though, 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns, 2 picks. Oh yeah, that's something I can dig right there. Bijan Robinson, only 2 touchdowns on the ground. Through the air, yeah, Drake London's get eaten. Take a look at our defense. Tyreek Cooks is leading us in tackles. We have 6 TFLs from Walker, 4 sacks from Pearce, 2 picks from Harris. 11 where this team is going right now. We have 19 players ready for negotiation, $100 million. Oh. This is where everything falls apart. So we have to sign Bowman, Bijan, and James Pearce. I'll start with Bijan. 5 years, 103, takes it. James Pearce, 3 years, $80 million, wants more money. Billy Bowman, 4 years, 41, Takes it. Okay. Xavier Watts. 3 years, 34. Wants more money. Love that. Matthew Bergeron. 2 years, 23. Wants more money. Mitch Robertson. We want him to sign so he can develop. 3 years, 14. He takes it. All right. Jedrick Wills, 1 year, $4 million. Sign me up for that. $5 million takes that. So we're down to $15 million now. And we still need to bring back Lane Johnson unless he retires. So we're kind of cap strapped, which sucks, but it is what it is when you draft relatively decently. So again, we'll go to the offseason. I'm going to set my national focus and let's try to make the playoffs again for the 4th straight year. Finally, a first round bye, 13-4. Beat out the Cowboys by a game, beat out the Rams by a game to make it to this point in time. Again, we'll go take a look at the stats. Michael Penix, 4,300 yards, 44 touchdowns, 6 picks. Gotta be MVP. No point blank buts about it. He needs to win that award. On the ground, Bijan Robinson, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns for Penix on the ground. That puts him at what, 49? Yeah, great year for him. Through the year, Drake London, 1,700 yards, 21 touchdowns. He should get superstar development. Washington with 806, Washington with 750 and 5, Pitts with 670 and 6. Offensive line, Lane Johnson gave up 10 sacks. Wills with 8 isn't bad, but Butler is terrible. Bergeron was okay. Defense, Tyreek Cooks led us in tackles 121, 18 TFLs for Jalon Walker, 14 for Roro, 12 for Corbett, 20.5 sacks for Pearce. All right. 3 picks for Harris, 2 for Bates, and 1 for Terrell. Let's go take a look at our yearly awards. What? How's Penix 4? That's crazy. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Drake London, Ted McMillan, and Scott Cool. All right. Go down the board. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. James Pearce gets robbed again. That's 2 times. Now we've been robbed. Love that. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Tyreek Cooks. So at least we won something with Crosby down there at 8. All right, let's go see who we're going to play in the divisional round. Probably, the Packers. First time we play them so far. We should be able to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if we don't. See what happens here. We'll beat them, playing the Cowboys again. We have choked so many times in the NFC Championship game. Can we make it to the Super Bowl? And I'm not really sure. I don't think we did, quite honestly. Yeah, we lose to the Cowboys again in the NFC Championship game, 31-24. God, we just can't seem to get over the hump. The Falcons have been storylines of choking. 28-3. Sorry if you're a Falcons fan if you made it this far in the video and heard that, but yeah, Atlanta's been choking and things haven't changed here. Yes, so the Cowboys do indeed win the Super Bowl 43-36 over the Ravens. Another team that we've lost to that went out and won the Super Bowl. Take a look at our developments. The word kind of fell up from my brain. So London goes up. Penix still only star for some reason, some way or another. Go over on defense here. We got superstar for Cooks. X Factor now for Walker. Bates is still X Factor and Bowman is still superstar. But Cooks indeed gets superstar development. Robertson's still developing quite nicely. So we're in a good position. We just need a couple of guys to take us over the top. Just a couple more. Let's see who's ready for negotiations. $86 million. We still need to bring back James Pearce. We'll go very player friendly. 5 years, probably $180 million. Once the test free agency, no, you're not. $32 million tag, that's fine. Xavier Watts, we need to bring back 3 years, like $43 million. It's a little bit of an overpay. All right. Might lose out on Xavier Watts unless we try to get him in free agency. Bergeron, we'll go 2 years, like 27, maybe 28. My God, nobody wants to resign with us. That's frustrating. We'll try to bring him back in free agency, but we are striking out right now, and it's not good. Okay, in free agency, we have Jalen Carter available, and he is interested. I'm going to go after him. Point blank, period. Gonna go after him. At guard, we can draft one and be fine. I would like to bring back Watts if at all possible. He wants $12 million a year. I'll see if I can sign him for that. For his only offer, I could restructure some different deals to bring more players in. Okay, we do need another tackle. Let's see here. Is there a right tackle? We might just draft one. Roger Rosengarten is interested in Braden Smith. So I might go restructure one and try to bring a guy back. But this might be legit it because Penix is going to be up for a contract extension. So if I restructure Bijan, it'll be $6 million. We'll have 71 for next year, 180 for the year after. I think we're going to hold and only go for those other guys, draft the players that we need. So let's see if these two do indeed sign with us. Carter and Watts. We get Jalon Carter and we bring back Xavier Watts. So now our defense is going to be absolutely stacked. We just need to get guard in the draft. Really just offensive line. Yeah, left guard and a tackle for sure. Offense should be great. And if you go over to defense now, once I refresh and generate our best lineup, we are going to be absolutely loaded. So, yeah, that's our focus going to be for the draft. Offensive line. That's pretty much it. Time, still a late pick. Coming in at number 30. The second time we picked at 30 in this rebuild so far. Let's see who's going to be available. Did focus got a couple tackles. And offensive lineman, really. The guy we focus got is day 3. Unfortunate. Grant Pamphel doesn't look that great. Justin Russo also doesn't look that great. We have a round 1 focus with Steven Wilkins, who will be right at 62. Let's hope he's there. I doubt it. And then other tackles are not looking that great as well. I mean, you have D'Angelo Hilton, who doesn't look bad. Same thing with Alan Matlock, but he's 3 to 4. Unfortunate. I could reach on him, or I could trade back to try to get the guy that we want. Can we really desperately need offensive line in this draft? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Shane Cunningham, meh. But yeah, I guess my focus here is tackle for sure. Sucks that this guy's day 3. But yeah, nobody here is good, at least for our position. Could go receiver, put him in the slot to really show our high-powered offense. You have John Hodges here with Aiken, traffic a spec catch. Or down the board, you have Mike Ford. He can get instead. Take a look at Hodges, 6'2", physical archetype, elite strength, great speed. He would be good, but we don't need receiver. We really don't. Don't need another corner. Could use off-ball linebacker, but you don't really take that in the first round. You have Tim Morton, who would be fine later down the board or later in the draft. So I guess I take the receiver and gamble that a guard's going to be there. It's tempting. Definitely tempting. Or we could take Mike Ford again later in the draft. He's younger. His physicals are worse. So you might hate me for it, but I'm going to take John Hodges here. Physical receiver. Going to play in the slot. Elite strength, great speed. He's going to be 91 and, yep, I reached. But he does crack a depth trait. Great. Love that. Love that we are reaching. This draft, for me, hasn't been good. My picks just haven't. And he is off the board. That is great. Oh, well. Whatever. Try to find a gem of an offensive lineman later on. Not looking like we can, unfortunately. There's just not any that I like. There's some that are decent, like Tim Hoffman's okay. But that's it. He's just okay. And I'm not going to pick a position that we need if they're not good. But then again, maybe I just don't know who to take. Whatever. Oh, this defensive tackle that looks really good. But we already have defensive tackle. We have plenty of depth there. Maybe there's an off ball. Doesn't look like it. I hate that it always takes so long sometimes. I don't want to reach on Tim Morton, but he looks crazy. Elite speed, change. Yeah, I'll take him in the second round. 34 in true value. Got him at 62. And no more development. So a third round, this is where we're just going to bite the bullet on the guard if he's available. He probably won't be. He's not. So we'll bite the bullet here and take an offensive lineman, whoever looks halfway decent. Still doesn't look like there's any. We have Walker Golston, who might have A pass block finesse, but he's probably going to be C, C, and D or B here. I mean, if he's got decent, you know, he does. Okay, we'll take him. we will take Walter Golston. 31 in true value, got him at 94, and he does have hidden development. So sometimes the agile offensive linemen, if they have decent run blocking and great physicals, can be a sneaky little gem. So that's note. I think this is my first agile archetype that I've taken that actually is pretty good. Now I'm thinking about it. But yeah, there's nobody really else I can take. Maybe another off-ball linebacker just cuz. That might be what I do. Might not be. I don't know. I'll let y'all know though. This time in the draft, our first 4 picks are okay. Hate the fact that Hodges is 73. But let's take a look at the rest of the class. I feel like there's going to be a guy that I missed that was overall just crazy. Yeah, there was a couple. A free safety that's an 81 that I could have taken. A halfback that was 80 that I could have taken. A quarterback that's 80. Interesting. Another quarterback. It really didn't need running back. There was Stephen Wilkins. That one of the guys that Focus got it, but it is what it is. Go back to our roster. We're only an 86, which is really, really low. Unfortunately. We can move Golston to center. Didn't touch right tackle. Or I can start Butler at tackle. He's 6'5". We'll start Butler at tackle and our rookie at guard. We still desperately need a center. It is what it is on that one. Or we can try to trade for one. Again, Hodges will be in the slot. Our defense is great, 89 overall. Still need that off-ball linebacker. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what limits us in terms of trying to win a Super Bowl. But at this point in time, Hodges is going to play the slot. We're looking like we're pretty loaded everywhere else. So at this point in time, we'll go to the midseason. This might be our down year. We haven't had a down year yet, but this just might be. So we're sending Kip Lewis and a 7th round pick for Harold, a center that the Chargers had on the trade block, actually. That way we can bolster our interior offensive line. If I go adjust best lineup here, we're up to an 87 overall. Start Butler at right tackle, Golston at right guard. That should help us out a little bit. But yeah, this will be the team heading to the midseason mark. Let's hope that we get a little bit better. Yeah, again, 87 overall, 87 offense, 89 defense. It's a little lower overall because I didn't bump up the XP sliders. So we'll see how well this team does. I'm hopeful that we can make the playoffs again. We just need to make that last little Super Bowl push. You know, I'm trying, but this team is choking in the NFC Championship game. Another year of being 5-2. We just lost our division rival Saints, so that kind of sucks. Offense is doing great. Defense isn't bad. It's just our passing defense is terrible. But yeah, 5-2 over the Saints by 1 game. Take a look who's ready for negotiations. I'm kind of worried about this. $124 million. Walker and Pearce, as well as Terrell, Wysung, Penix. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's what is happening here. All right. Well, these guys want 3-year, $80 million deals. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and bite the bullet here on Michael Penix. 4 years, 126. He signs. All right. Let's start with Walker. He's not interested, so we're going to have to go player friendly. 4 years, 125. Wants more money. James Pearce, player friendly, 4 years. Maybe a little bit more, 128. He takes it. Okay. Beautiful. Adrian Terrell wants a 1 year, $20 million. I don't have the money for a 1 year, 20. Luke Wysong, $35 million. Wants a little bit more money. AJ Harris, player friendly, 6 years, 50. Wants more money, of course. And then from here, I'm going to have to figure out what to do. So let's go now to the playoffs. Let's hope we can make it again. And I can set my national focus, probably the corner, in case we do lose Terrell. At this point in time, if you've watched my videos all the way through before, you know the drill at this point. Drop a like, subscribe, comment down below, and before I reveal how we did in Season 5. We are up to a 90 overall, Penix up to a 96 with boost. Over on defense, we have a 95 overall with Walker with boost, 99 with James Pearce with boost. Looking relatively solid in terms of our developments and our guys. But we went here in Season 5, 13-4 yet again, getting the #1 overall seed. Beating the Saints out by a game who went 12-4 in our own division. But let's look at our stats. Michael Penix, 47 yards, 39 touchdowns, 15 picks. Little regression from last year, but it's overall good season for Madden. On the ground, Bijan Robinson finally eclipses double-digit touchdowns with 12. and 1,200 yards as well, almost 5 yards per carry on the ground. Through the air, Luke Wysong, 13 yards, 13 touchdowns. Hodges, the rookie, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Drake London, 1,000 yards, 7. Kyle Pitts almost cracked 1,000 as well, and 9 scores. Offensive line, Jedrick Wills did terrible. Over on defense, Billy Bellman led us in tackles with 103. James Pearce with 12 TFLs. Shaquille Corbett with 12 TFLs. Jalon Walker leading us in sacks with 20. Pearce at 13.5. Carter 12.5. 10 for Corbett. And then 4 picks from Jesse Bates and 2 from Terrell. Look at the yearly awards. Trevor Lawrence wins MVP. First time I've seen that in a rebuild. Over on the NFC, Kenneth Walker wins Offensive Player of the Year. Puka Nacua, any Falcons? No. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aiden Hutchinson again. Not surprised by that one. Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to John Hodges. You love to see that. And the Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Caleb Griffin. And now we're going to go see who we're going to end up playing in our divisional matchup. I'm hopeful that we can finally make it to a Super Bowl. We're top 10 in every category, top 5 in most categories. Playing the Commanders here and Jaden Daniels. Let's see if we can beat them. They are 9-8, 86 overall. And we win 30-27. The Cowboys have been our kryptonite here. They are Madden's darling. Can we finally beat them? And we do. We are in the Super Bowl. 34-30 beating the Cowboys. Playing the Buffalo Bills. Again, Bills are another team that have always been Madden's darlings. Let's see, we have a new ability unlock for Hodges, which means he's either Superstar or he's X Factor. Hopefully X Factor. No, just Superstar, which you will take. Pitts up to Superstar. Penix up to Superstar. Over on defense, we have Walker, who's been X Factor. Bowman's now an X Factor. Okay. Crosby is still Star. Watts gets the boost up to Superstar as well. But let's hop into the Super Bowl against the Bills. They're 92 overall, so they're actually better than us. But again, don't forget, drop a like, subscribe, comment down below. Help me beat this YouTube algorithm. All these robots trying to control whether or not they see my content. Help me beat that robots, and that way we can get our content out to new people, seeing Madden rebuilds and college football rebuilds. But again, let's get into this. Let's try to beat the Bills in the Super Bowl. I'm hopeful that we can, since our offense and defense is relatively good. Okay, here we go. Quarter by quarter. Can we beat the Bills? We're up 7-0, 7-7 tied ball game through 1. Meant to click the next quarter here. Going again. The Bills look like they're going to score again. They do indeed. It's 14-10. Can we? It's not. It's still 14-10 heading into the second half. They're going to go down, beat. Oh gosh, they are going to freaking demolish us. It looks like 4th and 1 from the 7. They do indeed score. We're going to have to find a way to bounce back. Come on, Penix, lead us a touchdown drive. And we kick a field goal. Would I have kicked a field goal? No. I would have went for the touchdown. Why are we running the ball so much? Yeah, there we go. Start throwing the ball. Throwing the rock. 3rd and 9, 1st and 10. 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5, 1st and goal. We do score. Now it's going to be up to our defense to get a stop. 4th and 19. Okay, Michael Penix. This is your legacy drive. 2nd and 1. 9-yard catch. We're at the 30-yard line. We might find a way to get this done. It's 1st and goal from the 5. We're going to watch. We're going to jump in play by play. Oh my gosh, they're chewing clock. They have a timeout. Michael Penix in the shotgun. Clock is still draining. Looking to throw. He's running away for his life, and he takes a sack. That is not what you wanted whatsoever. Go to the next play. Still Michael Penix here. Look there, they switched sides of the field for whatever reason. Down to the final snap. Penix in the gun. Throws it away. No intentional grounding, but smart by him. Get the ball out of harm's way without taking a sack. Here we go. The final play. This will decide whether or not we win the Super Bowl. Down to the wire. Penix in the gun. Feeling pressure. Looking to run. He's going to take off. No. He's not taking off. He does. And he makes a dumb decision. Should have thrown the football. And that's how the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl and end this rebuild. What decision making is that? When you're programming a game, like, throw the ball to somebody. Luke Wysong, Kyle Pitts, Drake London. Somebody out there. They're Tajay Spears. Huh. But anyways, if you enjoyed this rebuild and made it this far in the video, again, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, comment down below. Maybe next time we can revisit a Falcons rebuild to try to win them a Super Bowl. But Penix, again, should have thrown the football to receiver down the field. Didn't even have a touchdown in this game, interesting enough. But yeah, until next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.